folks, Luke Evans here from the agency Real Estate. Welcome back to another coaching tip series. I'm joined by Claudio Encina. Welcome, mate.
Thanks for having me back, Luke.
Mate, always a pleasure to be here. Okay, scenario-based coaching today. I'm an agent. I'm working in my marketplace. I've just lost 3 listings. It happens.
Yeah.
I've also got another 3 listing appointments in the next, call it 3 to 7 days. How do we, one, learn from the 3 that we've lost, but also put ourselves in the best position to convert the 3 that we've generated?
Yeah, great question, Luke. I've been there where I lost 6 in a row. And actually, back in the 90s, I flew all the way halfway across the world to America to find out exactly what went wrong with my listing presentations. But I'll leave that story for another day. But the first thing you really want to do, Luke, is do a bit of a self-audit. So the first self-audit is, you want to do a self-audit on your mindset, because one of the things that you'll lose is belief, yeah? And you know what you're selling at a lounge room is your belief and confidence, not cockiness or arrogance, just your belief and confidence, yeah? And your competence. So you want to make sure that you're in check with your mindset around that, because when you lose one, you might I'm going to the next one. Should I actually bring someone else from the office to just maybe give me that level of confidence in the lounge room that I may have lost from that third listing that I missed out on? The second thing is, as you do a bit of a self-audit, is perhaps maybe get either your sales manager or your principal just to do a bit of a follow-up call, like a customer service call. You're nice enough to invite Luke Evans to appraise your home. Look, unfortunately, you didn't go this time. What was the reason why you didn't choose Luke, right? And some people actually will be quite forthcoming and give you some really good constructive feedback as to why you've lost it. They may not give it to you, but they sometimes give it to a third party. So I think that's a great one to actually do. The third thing is, if you've missed a couple, we hear it all the time, and I've been in this industry 31 years, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Scripts and dialogues was a big thing for me, and for me to keep role playing. You've got ChatGPT today. I don't know about you, but you can go on ChatGPT and actually role play your listing presentation, and they will the ChatGPT, the AI, will pretend to be Mr. and Mrs. Seller, and you be the agent, and you walk them through, and they'll challenge you on fees, and they'll challenge you on marketing or the price you come up with. So you've got to look at ways, because when you role play, it does give you a level of confidence. Yeah. So have a look at that. I think there are a couple of great ideas. Any thoughts of your in there, Luke, in terms of when you've lost 3? I mean, you've been an agent, right? You've lost. We've all been there, bro. Who's lost 3 or more.
And it's a tough week, let me tell you. What I would say is, do not do the same thing you've done at the first 3 for the next 3. Second of all, it's easy to say that the vendor went with a cheaper agent, they paid for marketing. Let's double click. I like your idea about getting a coach or your sales manager or your principal to call that client and actually get the tangible feedback that you can then take into that next appointment. I would also look at my touch point strategy before the appointment. If I've booked the appointment on Monday and for Thursday afternoon, and I haven't spoken to that client for those 4 days, well, I would look at what I can do to increase the touch points: pre-list kit, past sales, email, a list of the frequently asked questions in listing presentations, confirmation of appointments, send them a calendar invite, all these things you can do to increase the touch point before you actually even get there. Yeah, so it's not necessarily one thing that you can do, but you need to shift your energy and get your confidence back.
Correct.
Yeah, and look, as we know, it's a confidence game.
Absolutely.
So look, we've all been there. It's going to happen again in the future, but make sure touch points. Get the feedback, increase your confidence, be comfortable around your competence. Yes. And you should be on the right path to convert the next 3.
And just a final note, Luke, as you sort of said, once you leave that presentation, and they might be interviewing other agents who haven't wanted to think about it, as some people do.
Yep.
Think about, what value bombs can I do over the next 3 or 4 days? You know what? People get repulsed by neediness. The last thing you want to do, like 2 days, do you have any questions, Mr. and Mrs. Seller?
Yeah.
What sort of value bombs can you add over the next 3 to 4 days to make sure that you add value to them in some form of way? And then they're going to be going, right, you know what? We're going to go with Luke Evans.
What's a value bomb?
Well, like it's going to
boom, baby. How good's that? Well done. That's absolute gold. Thanks very much for tuning in, folks. We'll see you on the next one.